Time to get back on track. I was there for 3 days, I think. I got a total of like 4 hours of sleep probably. So I'm ready to get back on the grind. Had the worst diet I think I've ever had in a weekend in a long time. So trying to get back on track today. Eat some steak and eggs. I keep resonating on this idea that success comes to those who are able to deflect the headwinds in their environment, and the one that can perfectly align their environment to help their goals is going to succeed. So if you think about it, everything around you is affecting you. You are a sum of the 5 people you spend most time with. This is the idea that everyone agrees with, but nobody looks at those 5 people, and nobody looks at themselves in the mirror and says, should I be spending time with this person? Is this person adding to my goals? Because if it's not adding, it's subtracting. So I need to be in a situation whereby I can look at my entire environment as an ecosystem, similar to a business, similar to a garden. Because you wouldn't want to attract butterflies in a garden, but have a disgusting scent nearby. You'd want it to smell fresh. You'd want it to smell like a beautiful garden. You wouldn't want it to smell like a pile of shit. So this concept is really stuck with me on the ride home, and I think I really have to change a lot of things. I have the feeling that I have to change a lot in my environment, but I don't really know what yet. I have an idea, but I need to let it sit with me. I need to meditate on this thought and ultimately come to a conclusion and execute on that conclusion. I think a lot of times people meditate on the idea and come to a conclusion, but they do not execute on the conclusion. I hear a lot of people say, yeah, I know this is bad for me. I know this is blank. I know I shouldn't be doing this. Well, who's the fool? The one that is ignorant, or the one that knows and does it anyway? Back to what's right. Come on. I heard a great quote today. The quote goes as follows: you'll only go as far as your dream. This one hit me especially hard this morning. It's by Andrew Schultz. You'll only go as far as you dream. And he further went on to say that the universe doesn't reward humility. I'll give you guys 2 data sets today. I heard another quote from the great Alex Hormozi. And I don't remember the exact quote, so I might butcher it a little bit, but it was something along the lines of, you know, people look at successful people and they look at the habits that they have now, and they try to emulate those habits, or, you know, integrate them into their own life. But what he's saying is the habits they have now are not the habits that got them to where they are, right? So you need to implement habits that got them there, got them to their success. And that was part of the reason why I started this, is because, well, if you wanted to emulate my inevitable success, you could go back to these videos, the first videos, and say, okay, what habits did this guy implement? What worked, what didn't? All right, so been doing branded surveys for some time now, and it's definitely like in the $3 to $4 an hour range. Definitely, I wouldn't say a waste of time, but I think there's better uses of it. Right now I'm at It's about $14, I think, because it's 1%. So I think I'm about done with the surveys. I'm going to cash out, and then we'll start our next hustle. All right, so the first thing is similar to the belief system and the manifestation that we kind of talked about of it being possible. Then you have to take into account the principle of consistency and how consistency compounds. And most people don't understand this principle. Maybe they, if you told them, they'd say, oh yeah, I know. But it's one thing to know it, it's another to act upon. And in order to win, you have to act upon the information you're given. Entrepreneurs spend time bouncing around from business model to business model because they're looking for the perfect system, the perfect one, the one that fits them perfectly. And what they all end up finding is at the end of the day, there is never a perfect business model. There never was. The problem was never the business model. The problem was always you. And that kind of struck me. And it goes with this idea of consistency compounding, right? Now, the last thing I want to touch base on is the decision for how I want to plan my year out. For next semester, it'll be my last semester in college, and I've had a leadership position for the past 2 years that my term is ending in December, so I'll have a bunch of free time. I'm going to be working full-time along with school. It's going to be a remote job. So I'll be making, I think the OTE is OTE stands for on target earnings, is $70K plus. So I'm going to be doing that, school, and then also trading and the side hustle you guys will hear about shortly. Maybe we'll see. We'll see when that data set is thrust upon you guys. But I'm excited for the next semester. I'm excited to get started, start getting cash flow coming in as opposed to collecting cans. So it's definitely exciting to finally actually be on the journey to a millionaire, because everyone thinks they're going to be a millionaire, but then they don't realize that being a millionaire means we're given cash in surplus over a long enough time frame. That's what it means. So that's just all it is. My decision is clear. I either go all out my last semester of college, have fun, drink, all that stuff, or I completely discipline myself. Now, I want to try monk mode. I've always thought it is a phenomenal idea. I would do something where it's like 9 months on, 3 months off. And I think it would just be so fun. Because I remember this past summer, I was up at 5 a.m. every day and I went straight to the gym, and my body has never seen those type of results. So I think having a set sleep schedule is extremely beneficial. They've actually found that people argue the fucking, what's better, 7, 8, what's 6, what's actually better. The point is, everyone's body reacts differently. Everyone's going to get, be more productive on different sleep. That's just how we are. Everybody's its own chemistry table. But the main thing they found is that the students were the most successful when they had the same amount of sleep every night. So if they got 7, they kept getting 7 every night, they were productive because their body gets into a rhythm. Their body can understand, okay, it's sleep time, I can prepare, and then we'll be up and we'll be ready by this time. That's why when you have a set sleep schedule for a long time, you start to end up waking up before the alarm, right? Because your body's already knew it was going to be sleeping. It's ready to sleep, and it was already healing itself. It's healed itself. It's ready to go for the next time. So that's really a point where I wanted to get to. So my decision is clear. I'm probably going to be up at 4 every morning in my last semester of college, and bed at 9. I tend to work really good off 7 hours of sleep. Is what I found. I kind of get a little groggy after 8. It seems like a little too much. But if I start getting tired, then I'll slowly go to bed earlier. But I think 4, setting a restriction like that on yourself is great. It's going to be a great semester. I know a lot of people in my college life really were wanting me to become a degenerate. But I have an accountability group now. So I've something to report to, so I can't do that. And I think it's really good for me. It's really good that I understand this. And I don't necessarily think I'm gonna completely rid myself of alcohol. I think a little bit is fine in moderation. I think actually the problem, like, alcohol is not terrible. I mean, it is bad. It is poison. But everything in moderation is fine. I think the problem is, like, when people are out until 2, and then the next day they're not up until 10, and then they're not productive when they first wake up, and it's just like, oh, goodness. You know? And if so, you go to bed at 2, you're up at 10, and sometimes they even go to, like, Jack in the Box at 3 in the morning. Like, it's pathetic. And they wonder why they never level up in life. So my decision's kind of clear. I'm not going to completely cut out alcohol, but the bedtime will be strictly enforced. That's the thing. I've never enjoyed. I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun to get drunk, but never before getting drunk have I wanted to be drunk. You know, maybe when I'm at the venue, and now I'm like, okay, I'm already here. Let's just enjoy it. But never before I go am I just craving alcohol, which I guess it's a blessing, to be completely honest with you. But it's just so interesting to me how people crave it. Maybe they crave the feeling. I'm not entirely sure. The other thing is weed. I don't really know what to do with weed. I haven't done it in so long, and I think weed is kind of built. I mean, it's a naturally growing plant. It's kind of meant to make you chill, and I think that's really good for me as someone that struggles with anxiety. But I don't think I've earned the right to chill yet. I think that I understand the life that I'm pursuing and the life that I'm going to create, but I need to keep working at it. I need to keep sharpening my tools and sharpening my skills. So I don't really think I should chill. I think I should go all in. So it's been interesting to me. I think maybe like doing it one time, just like, oh, this is cool. I remember this. Cool. I am very interested in doing shrooms again. Those are always a great time. I kind of want to do it alone or with. Because last time I did it with a big group of people. I kind of want to do it alone or with just a select few individuals that I know I'll have a good time with, and that I know will explore different avenues to make each other better in the process and improve each other's trips. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I think the decision is kind of made. I'm gonna map out my whole schedule for next semester and see where I can extract value.